All right, ladies and gentlemen. So 2025 is officially over, and now it's 2026. And so, one thing I've been kind of thinking about lately is that you honestly don't really realize how far you've come in a year. Like, as you're doing stuff throughout the year, you don't really realize how far you've come until you're at the end of the year and you're looking back on everything you've done throughout the year. And so that's kind of the reason why I want to make this video right now. I kind of want this to be like a time capsule type of video. You know what I mean? Where basically a few years from now, I can look back at this video and see how far I've improved. And also in this video, I can talk about 2025 and how I've improved this year and everything that I've done throughout this year. And so 2025, I'm going to be honest, it was a tough year. And it was filled with a lot of failures. But, the important mindset is that rather than looking at them as failures, you look at them as learning experiences and ways to improve, right? And that's the way I look at them. And so, that's what I really like about what Alex Hormozy says is basically every time he says, do so much volume that it's unreasonable to fail. Although one thing I would add to that is you have to do improved volume. Because if you do the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get any better at the thing. But if you do improved volume, if you do volume that, you realized what you did bad on the first time, you improved on it, you used it as a learning experience and you now improved, then you're going to get really, really good. If you get better, 1% better every single time, you're going to get really, really good at that thing. And so for that reason, I saw this reel, I think it was a few weeks ago, where it said 2025 was a year for learning, 2026 is a year for earning. And you can say all you want about my reels feed, but I believe that applies to me, because you're going to see in this video, I'm going to go month by month, kind of just explaining what I did wrong, what I did right. The title of this video is 2025 was legendary, wins and losses, right? So I'm going to cover everything in 2025, and you're going to see that, what the reel says, 2025 was a year for learning. And I believe that's true for me because I did a lot of volume. I started, I think, 5 businesses this year, 7 in the past year and a half. And I actually did improve. You're going to see that the first dropshipping store was absolutely terrible. And then as the year went by, month by month, I started more. They were way better. And so, yeah, with that being said, in this video, it's going to be pretty boring. It's going to be, just raw, barely edited. And I'm just going to go month by month what I did throughout those months. And I'm also going to include a video or a section of this video at the very end. That's kind of my goals for 2026 this year and what's going to be happening this year. So let's go ahead and start here in January of 2025. On January 1st, so exactly 1 year ago, I posted my first dropshipping video, and it was horrible. It sucked. Okay. You have to expect it to suck as your first time. Just like we were talking about a few minutes ago. Your first attempt is going to be horrible, but that's where everyone starts, and you need to get better and better. And so the first drop shipping store that I started was, the domain was petsparadiseheaven.store. Petsparadiseheaven.store was my domain, sorry. It was a horrible dropshipping store. The products were terrible. The ads were just abysmal. They were stolen from TikTok and they were terrible. I didn't even know how to run Facebook ads. It was my second time in my life running Facebook ads. So the ads were terrible. I didn't know how to set up a campaign. I didn't know how to connect a pixel, and I don't think my ads were even working. And it was a really bad store. And yeah, the store was terrible, but you're going to see that in the next few months, I obviously improved, because that's what ultimately has to happen. One thing good that happened from that challenge, though, obviously, yes, the learning experience and the knowledge is extremely valuable. But another thing is the video that I posted about it got I think 1.3 thousand views, and currently it's the most viewed video on my channel. And that happened a year ago. So that's really good. That's a lot of views. I think I gained 30 subscribers or something from that video. So if it wasn't for that video, I wouldn't be at 100 right now, or over 100 subscribers right now. And so, yeah, I mean, it was a really good learning experience. The store, I'm looking at a screen recording of the store right now. And yeah, it's really bad. I had a horrible landing page. I don't know if you guys can see this, but horrible landing page, horrible products, horribly overpriced products. Someone could have went to Walmart and bought it for half the price. Horrible ads, horrible funnel, horrible copy. And the domain, petsparadiseheaven.store. So funny. But that was my first drop shipping attempt. My second total e-commerce store. My first one was actually my brand Inspiration Attire, which we're going to get into further down the months of 2025. That store doesn't exist anymore, which I'm going to tell you guys obviously what went wrong with that. But throughout January of 2025, I obviously got my first drop shipping experience, and then I also posted 3 total videos in 2025, or in January. So I posted the dropshipping video on January 1st. I posted a little vlog. I also posted the why I don't want TikTok to be banned video. And then I posted the 9 things Waylon Johnson can't live without. So honestly, that's pretty good. I posted 4 videos in 1 month, and recently I have not been posting that often. I've posted 4 videos in the past 2 months in total. So that's, one of my goals for 2026 is to obviously post a lot more videos on this channel and grow my audience a lot more. But I'm also a lot more focused this year. Rather than posting, you can look back, I posted random uploading YouTube Shorts for 30 days videos. I posted Instagram course selling. I was literally a crypto course seller in 2025. And so now that I've kind of experimented with this channel and with my different business ventures, I'm a lot more focused now. I'm focusing only on a specific type of content. I'm focusing on only 2 business models, which are drop shipping, so e-commerce, and then SaaS, which is Visual Copy AI, was my other business venture, big business venture this year. And so, yeah, honestly, that was January. first dropshipping attempt went horribly, but very valuable experience. And that's the most valuable thing. And then in February, I actually did a lot of stuff in February. The first thing was that I obviously did a little YouTube Shorts challenge where I posted a short on one of my other channels every single day throughout the month of February. And then the other thing was I actually hired a TikTok shop affiliate for my brand Inspiration Attire throughout the month of February. And she posted a video every single day throughout the month of February. Now, did I get any sales from that? No, I didn't. I paid her $500 throughout the entire month of February, and she did post a video every single day. And I was just rewatching the footage, and she didn't do a bad job. I think the issue was my product and my pricing. So the analytics that she did were pretty good. Our highest viewed day was, I think, around 3.6 thousand views, and in total I think she got around 35 to 40,000 views in total, which is really good. The issue is I think the hoodies were priced too highly. I don't really remember their price. They might have been 50 or 60, something like that, but they were on TikTok Shop. And so TikTok Shop is obviously for low, little, tiny, little cheap products, right? So I think it was too expensive. And I think a few comments even said that too. There were a few comments on her videos that were like, it's so expensive, right? And so I think that might have been the main issue, is that the hoodies were definitely expensive. And yeah, I would say that attempt in February might have been it was probably my first like major failure in 2025, because I lost $500, didn't get anything in return. And so yeah, that was that. Also in February, I posted, I think, 2 vlogs and the 16-year-old reviews and ranks the top finance YouTubers. So that video, a lot of the people in that video I actually don't watch anymore. For example, Nathan Nazareth, Jordan Welch, I don't know if he was in there, but some of them I don't watch anymore, because what I realized is they're like actually too broad. And what a lot of these people do, like Iman Gaji, Nathan Nazareth, what they do is they post videos that are like, these are the best business models to get into. And it's filled with like a list of like 5 AI business models. And ultimately what happens is you kind of get confused, right? Because you are like looking at this and you're like, oh, I'm going to try this. But then you try something else and you try something else. And that's not how you actually succeed. You have to be focusing on one thing throughout the entire, or you have to have your focus on like 1 or 2 major things. And so that's why I've kind of stopped watching Nathan Nazareth and Jordan Welch, and I still watch some of their videos, but my main focus now is on like really detailed walkthrough videos on like how to do exactly what I want to do. So for example, Mark Builds Brands, he posts like very raw, just straight value videos about how to, do Shopify drop shipping, how to run Facebook ads, how to create good offers, and all of that stuff. And that's what's actually valuable for me at this moment, not just the random best business model videos. So yeah, I posted that video. I think I did 3 in February, and then in March I either did 2 or 3, because I did the YouTube Shorts challenge throughout February and the TikTok Shop video throughout February, and those were both posted in March. So then March and April, I honestly didn't do much. So March and April, I didn't do much. I just posted the videos. But then in May, so I think throughout March and April I was doing like vlogs and stuff. But then May I actually did another dropshipping attempt. So yeah, throughout May I was doing vlogs. But also I did another dropshipping attempt. Now, this attempt was way better than my Pets Paradise Heaven attempt. I actually had a branded store. I actually had good ads. I actually knew how to run Facebook ads. And I actually successfully ran a campaign. And so that was a way better attempt. The store was definitely a lot better. So I ran that through May and June. Wait. Yeah, I think I ran that through May and June. And it was a dress that I was trying to sell, which I ultimately did not get any sales with that dress. But the attempt was way better because I knew how to look through the data of Facebook ads, and I knew how to, look at exactly what what I needed to fix in order to get that successfully going. And so this was an extremely valuable attempt because it taught me that I can actually make a good store and I can actually run Facebook ads successfully. Because I set up a campaign, I actually loaded it with good creatives and good ads, and then I ran it. And it was successful not because of the return on it, but it was successful because of the knowledge. And I gained a ton of experience running Facebook ads and managing a campaign. Now, this is unfortunately where I lost my Shopify account. This was definitely the second major failure and major loss that I took in 2025 because I lost my Shopify account, and I'm going to explain how right now. So that dropshipping store, the second attempt, which I just told you about, which I started in April and May and June. The one that I started in May and June, I tried to sell that store. So I listed it on Flippa, which is a marketplace where you can buy and sell online businesses. And so I listed it on Flippa for only like $200. And it actually did sell. So that was good. But then what happened is I messed up the transfer process. And this was a massive mishap and a huge failure because Shopify banned my account. And it was really, really bad, and it really sucked. So yes, I did sell the store, but I messed up the transfer process because I did something weird where I gave him my username and password, except it was a temporary password, and then it got messed up. And I also, my Inspiration Attire business was on the same Shopify account, so I lost that too. So now I'm sitting here with absolutely no e-commerce businesses and just nothing. And so I lost Inspiration Attire, and I lost my other dropshipping store, and I don't have a Shopify account now because I messed up the transfer process. And honestly, it's pretty easy to transfer a store. Instead of, giving them the username and temporary password, what you do is you just simply add their email as an owner to the store. And so, of course, looking back at it, it's the simplest thing. But I made a huge mistake, and that cost me my Shopify account. And unfortunately, now I have to wait till I turn 18 to get Shopify back. And once I do, though, it's going to take off. I'm very excited to get Shopify back because I had to transition into Squarespace, which is a different website hosting platform. Really bad, though. It's not as good as Shopify. Shopify is clearly the king, and nothing can even come close. But yeah, that happened in July. In July of 2025 is when that second major loss of my Shopify account happened. So another thing that also happened in July, though, is that I started the process of building my mobile app. And that mobile app, I knew I had to start another venture because, like I said, I had nothing. I didn't have my e-commerce stores, and I had nothing going on. So I started another venture, Visual Copy AI, which I posted 2 videos about. And a month ago, I posted 2 videos about. But in July, I started planning that and talking to developers about building Visual Copy AI. And so that was July. If we go to August, this is when like the year really starts to accelerate and kind of blur together because I did a lot of stuff. I started, I think, 3 businesses during the year, or during the last like 4 months of the year. So starting in August, I started like 3 businesses. So this was like a really fast-paced section of the year because I didn't really do much. My most stagnant months were March and April. I was only like editing and posting videos, not doing actual business experience. But in August is when I started my Squarespace store because obviously my Shopify account was banned, and so I had to transition into another dropshipping attempt. And I did that dropshipping attempt at the same time as when I was running and building my mobile app. So I was doing like 2 pretty big things at the same time here in August. And so I started another dropshipping store with Squarespace this time because I didn't have Shopify. And it was pretty good because, you know, I now have all this knowledge about building stores, building good pictures for the ads, making good copy, and making good landing pages, and even running ads successfully. So this was a pretty good attempt, except what I did in September, this is definitely my 3rd major loss of the year. I would say I had 3 major losses. The first one was in February when I paid $500 for no return on a TikTok shop affiliate. Second was in July when I lost the Shopify account. And then now we have September. So with this new dropshipping store that I made on Squarespace, I was like, how about instead of running ads myself, I actually hire an agency? And there's really, really good agencies out there. Like Chase Chappell, he has an amazing agency. I think it's called like Doe Marketing or something like that. Brez, he has an incredible agency as well called Brez Marketing. But rather than going to Brez or Chase Chappell, I hired a scam agency. And this was really, really bad because I had this new store that I had on Squarespace, and I hired this scam agency that scammed me out of $800. And this was probably my biggest loss of the year. Because I didn't sign any documents or any pages kind of holding them accountable. And this is another major lesson that I had to learn and suffer. But what they claimed was that they would run ads for 30 days. If they get 30 sales, then I don't have to refund them. If they get under 30 sales, they have to refund me. And so they got one sale and they didn't refund. And it was the worst because I learned a major lesson because I didn't sign any documents holding them accountable to that offer. And so they ran ads. They spent $300 of my own money in my own ad account throughout the month of September. And they got one sale. And on top of that, I paid them, I think, a $500 retainer. Or it was actually $550. So I paid them $550 for the month. If they didn't get 30 sales, they would pay me back that $550. But at the end of the month, of course, they did. And that was just really, really, really devastating and really bad. Because I lost I think a total of $800 throughout that entire venture in 1 month. And so here's my logic. What would have happened is if they got me 30 sales, right? Or 30 or more sales, if they got that, I would have an e-commerce store that's doing multiple 4 figures a month, which is really good because I can exit that now for $10,000, $20,000, maybe even 30. Actually, probably not 30 because it's a Squarespace website and not a Shopify website. But if they had gotten me those 30 sales, I would have had an e-commerce website doing 4 figures a month, which is really good. If they didn't, then I would have had my $550 in return and I would have gotten that refund. And then I could have ran ads myself and done other, ventures with it. But ultimately, the worst thing happened. Since I didn't sign any documents, they didn't refund me, and I didn't get 30 sales. I got one sale. I cannot sell that store, especially since it's a Squarespace website. So, yeah, that's September. All throughout September, I was also working on Visual Copy AI, and in October, we actually launched Visual Copy AI to the public. I think it was October 28th was when Visual Copy AI was launched. And so I made some really good videos. I filmed them throughout October of Visual Copy AI, and I had a launch system where I would post 2 videos and then post stories for 3 days straight. So that was pretty successful. And then throughout all the month of October, I was filming those videos, editing those videos. I filmed another video of the S&P 500, I believe. I think that was September actually. But I filmed the Visual Copy AI videos. And then in October, we launched Visual Copy AI. It was live on, I think, October 28th. And so I had my first mobile app live. And at this point, I was not dealing with e-commerce at all because of that scam agency. And so for the past 3 months of the year, October, November, and December, I was only focusing on Visual Copy AI. And so October, we launched. November, I don't have much here because all I was doing November is promoting Visual Copy AI. I was on Reddit every single day, promoting it in all of these different e-commerce threads, marketing threads, and I was promoting it on multiple different launch websites. We launched on Alternative 2. We launched on I think 6, maybe 7 of these launch websites. And so throughout the month of November, it was just a purely promotional month for Visual Copy AI because I'm trying to sell this app. And so I'm trying to grow to some monthly recurring revenue, trying to prove that it, can work. And that's November. I'm just purely promoting Visual Copy AI. And so it was successful. November, we ended off with, I think, currently Visual Copy AI has like 130 downloads or something really good like that. And it's only been 2 months of it being live. So I'd say that's definitely a success. And Visual Copy AI, I've had a lot of success with. We're currently doing, I think, 100 monthly recurring revenue. So 100 MRR, that's like over 1,000 ARR. And that's pretty good numbers for a brand new SaaS app, a brand new company. And in December, on December 18th, I listed Visual Copy AI for sale on acquire.com. So that was December 18th. It's been 2 weeks since then, and I've had some buyer interest. I've had, 5 buyers reach out, sign some non-disclosure agreements, and yeah, I am hopefully going to sell my app soon. If I do, I'll probably make a video about that. But definitely trying to sell Visual Copy AI. And ultimately, that was my year. That was, 2025. It was a year filled with 3 major failures. But again, you got to reframe it and you got to look at it as learning experiences instead. And it was a year filled with a lot of knowledge gained, a lot of experience gained. And now 2026, I'm focused. I'm very focused on what I want to do with e-commerce, what I want to do with SaaS, and what I want to do with content. And so 2025 was the year for experimenting. 2026 is the year for focusing on 1 or 2 or 3 different ventures. And it's going to be a good year. 2026, it's going to be a good year. I'm going to look back at this video and hopefully see a bunch of progress made. And so, yeah, ultimately, my 2026 goals are pretty simple. I want to focus on e-commerce. I want to focus on building a built-to-sell brand. And I want to focus on maybe a few online solution as a service SaaS companies using AI. So those are all going to be built to sell. I'm focused on building a brand that I can sell and that I can exit successfully in 2025. And I'm hoping to end 2025 with a few businesses sold. That's my goal. As well as on the content side, I'm going to be starting a vlog channel, I think. And hopefully I'll have some cool things to vlog about. I'm separating, there's going to be no more vlogs on this channel. It'll be only on my vlog channel. So I'll have two YouTube channels and then a few business ventures that I'll be doing. And that'll be 2026. It's going to be a wonderful year. Hopefully, a lot of success will happen. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to lock in, and I'm really excited to be focused this year. And yeah, one of my series that I'm planning is building a built to sell brand as like an episode series on this channel. So if you are interested in that, make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be like building literally in public, showing you guys the raw reality of exactly what it takes to build a brand, a built to sell brand. And that's going to be a really exciting series. Hopefully I'm going to start that soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you watch this entire video, it's 34 minutes long. We're going to be past that, but if you watch this entire video, you're a real one. You're honestly a real one. I thank you so much for listening to this. And yeah, I mean, like I said, this video is mostly for me to look back on, but if you did watch this, you're a real one. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, because that building in public episode series will hopefully be starting soon. And 2026 is going to be a great year. I wish you guys good luck in 2026 and success to all. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.